Welcome to this journey of transformation and discovery, a journey shaped by the timeless insights of Alfred Adler, whose philosophy of fictional finalism can illuminate the deepest paths of lifelong learning. Today, we step beyond the confines of mere competence or collecting knowledge for its own sake. Instead, let us view learning as a sacred pilgrimage toward the very best versions of ourselves, guided by an imagined future that powerfully shapes every choice and challenge along the way. To begin, we must understand the origins of this concept. Alfred Adler, born at the turn of the 20th century, broke away from Sigmund Freud's deterministic focus on the past. Instead, Adler looked forward, asking, "Who do you want to become, and how does that vision call you forth to grow?" At the core of his thinking is the notion of fictional finalism. This is not about idle daydreams or escapist fantasies. Rather, it is the vivid, often wordless vision that burns within us. A vision of who we want to be, what we wish to contribute, and how we hope to be remembered. This compelling image of our future selves acts not as a passive wish, but as a guiding star, a final cause that exerts real influence upon our present thoughts, efforts, and actions. So how does fictional finalism transform lifelong learning into a sacred path? To answer that, imagine the difference between learning out of obligation and learning out of aspiration. When you are simply trying to avoid failure or keep up appearances, learning becomes a chore. But when you hold within you a powerful vision, perhaps of inspiring others, healing broken hearts, defending the earth, or writing a story that endures, then every moment of learning, however difficult, becomes meaningful. Each new skill or insight is a stepping stone on the bridge to your imagined self. Lifelong learning then becomes more than just a means to an end. It becomes the ongoing act of creation, turning your inner vision into outward reality. Take a moment right now to reflect. What is that vision for you? How does your hoped-for future self look, feel, act, or contribute to the world? If your dream is to master an art form, are you uniquely drawn to the power of painting, music, or dance? If your dream is to nurture, does your future self offer comfort and wisdom as a counselor, a teacher, or a parent? If your dream is to lead, is it within a company, a cause, or a community where your deepest values guide others to success? Allow yourself to see this vision clearly, letting it become the gravitational center of your learning journey. According to Adler, it is this future-oriented purpose that gives our lives coherence and meaning. We are not prisoners of the past. At any moment, each of us can choose our guiding fiction, our final goal, and renew our commitment to growth. Yet, the path is never easy. Our fears, doubts, and insecurities are always present, whispering that we are not enough, that it is too late, or that our dreams are far beyond our reach. Adler does not ask us to ignore or deny these shadows. Instead, he invites us to engage them with curiosity and courage. Our fears often reveal precisely where we must grow in order to align our lives with our vision. Herein lies the transformative secret. Learning, when tied to our highest aims, becomes a practice of courage and faith. Imagine someone yearning to become a healer, a psychologist, a coach, or even a wise friend. Perhaps they tremble at the necessary years of training, the complexity of the human mind, or their own feelings of inadequacy. Yet by enrolling in a first course, reaching out for mentorship, and gradually building insight and compassion through perseverance, each step becomes infused with the meaning of their guiding vision. In this way, every lesson learned is not only practical, but also sacred. A small leap toward embodying the imagined future that gives life its deepest purpose. Adler's principle of striving for significance is another vital element in this process. To truly honor our future vision, we must continually become more skillful, more thoughtful, more attuned to the needs of others and ourselves. Striving is not about proving our worth compared with others. It's about developing the capacities demanded by our own dreams. Picture the aspiring technologist who dreams of inventing tools that change lives. Their learning path might include mastering programming languages, tuning into the latest theories, and wrestling with complex ethical dilemmas. Each step into learning, no matter how incremental, aligns their becoming with their envisioned purpose. Does this mean you must always move at breakneck speed or seek the grandest ambitions? Absolutely not. Adler's wisdom teaches us to respect our own tempo and unique journey. Progress in learning is not linear. There will be detours, plateaus, and moments of doubt. Perhaps you were raised to believe that learning was simply for children, or that you're too late to begin something new. But consider, what if these beliefs are themselves fictions? Stories handed down from family, culture, or past disappointments. You have the power to choose a new guiding story. Just as a single online lesson in filmmaking reignited a passion once thought out of reach, so too can a small act of learning begin to rewrite the narrative of your life. Community, too, is an essential part of Adler's teaching. Growth happens most powerfully when nurtured in connection with others. Your learning journey is amplified when you share it with like-minded souls, whether you're an artist finding peers in a local studio, a writer in an online critique group, or a leader attending mastermind circles. These communities not only supply knowledge and accountability, more importantly, they hold space for your vision. They see your becoming reflected in their encouragement and feedback, making each step forward less lonely and more inspiring. The road to your imagined future is long, but it need not be walked alone. Here, a simple 5-step practice may illuminate your way. First, visualize your fiction. Create the most vivid mental picture of the life and being you are striving to become. Write it in detail, sensing the sights, sounds, and emotions. Second, identify the primary learning required to bring this vision to life. What themes, skills, or wisdom are you missing? Third, commit to concrete action. Sign up for a course, download a book, or arrange to meet a mentor. It can be the smallest action, as long as it points toward your vision. Fourth, share your intentions and progress within a community. Whether one confidant or an online group, witness and support magnify growth. Finally, reflect honestly and with compassion. Celebrate every bit of progress, and when setbacks arise, ask, how can this challenge grow me into the person I wish to become? Remember, setbacks are not failures, but sacred teachers. Each moment of frustration, confusion, or difficulty reveals new areas of strength and resilience. Allow your guiding vision to pull you through rough patches, learning from each challenge. The pain of learning is, in itself, a transformative force. Most joyfully, Adler believed that our greatest learning is in service to something larger than ourselves. When our vision touches upon a broader humanity, the wish to heal, unite, create beauty, or protect, our efforts gain deep and lasting fulfillment. Lifelong learning incites not only personal growth, but ripples out in acts of kindness, innovation, and leadership that shape the lives of others. To embody this, find ways to give back as you grow. Mentor someone just starting out, volunteer your burgeoning skills, or share your story to inspire others. In this, your personal path becomes a beacon for countless other learners, alive with meaning and contribution. As we reach the end of this exploration, let these words settle within you. Learning is not a race nor a checklist, nor merely a means to material gain. Guided by your deepest vision, your fictional finalism, learning becomes a sacred journey of becoming, of leaving your unique mark on the world, of living into your highest calling. Embrace challenges, build community, and link every lesson to a larger purpose. Imagine your finest self. Step into learning with courage and faith. This is your pilgrimage. The bridge between who you are and who you are yet to become is built step by step with every moment of courageous learning. This week, make a commitment. Choose one guiding vision, however small, and one learning action in its direction. Share your journey, seek support, and reflect upon every triumph and challenge. Know that you are, in this, walking the sacred path mapped long ago by Alfred Adler, a path in which each of us becomes, through lifelong learning, the very author of our own legend.